Okay, are we all ready? Are you ready in TV land?
Yep. Everybody's captured.
Okay, I'd like to call this meeting to order. For everybody, please stand for the pledge of allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
President Burns.
Here.
Trustee Albert. Here. Trustee Burns.
Here.
Here.
And an open meeting compliance check. Good, thank you. First motion is to approve previous minutes for the regular board meeting of October 14th and October 21st, 2020. Can I get a second, please? Second by Trustee Spencer. On the question on either? Clerk, please call for the vote.
Albert. Yes. Warner.
Yes.
Christensen.
Yes.
Sullivan.
Yes.
Lester.
Yes.
Walker.
Yes.
And President.
Yes. I'd like to move to approve presentations and allowances and disallowances as presented. Can I get a second?
Second.
Second by Trustee Brenner. On the question. Clerk, please call for the vote.
Albert. Yes. Warner.
Yes.
Christensen.
Yes.
Sullivan.
Yes.
Lester.
Yes.
Walker.
Yes.
President.
Yes. I'd like to move to suspend the rules of order for citizens to speak on agenda items after each of the committee reports. Can I get a second? Second by Trustee Spencer. Madam Clerk, please call for the vote.
Albert. Yes. Warner.
Yes.
Christensen.
Yes.
Warner.
Yes.
Lester.
Yes.
Walker.
Yes.
President.
Yes. Okay, this evening we have a public hearing on our 2021 budgets. I'd like to move to open a public hearing for the following proposed budgets: the 2021 general fund budget, the 2021 capital improvement fund budget, 2021 kid number 1 budget, 2021 kid number 2 budget, 2021 sanitary sewer operations budget, and the 2021 water utility operations budget. Can I get a second? Second by Trustee Spencer. Madam Clerk, please call for the vote.
Albert. Yes. Warner.
Yes. Yes.
Warner.
Yes.
Yes.
Walker.
Yes.
President.
Yes. All right, we'll just go through one at a time here. General fund budget, are there any questions? You see there was a couple adjustments, minor adjustments to it. I don't know if you want to make any mention of that.
If I could, and it's not that anything significantly changed. The Excel spreadsheet, if you'll look at the very last page of the general fund budget, and there's an area that groups and summarizes the rainbow, if you will: general government, public safety, public works, health, sanitary, and so forth. That doesn't automatically add itself. I imagine we could probably find a way to do that, but it's done that way forever and always. So there was the contingency remained the same. And we had talked about changing the contingency to apply that to the to other departments, and so that had to be manually done from the last thought or final. This is truly non-final. It's gone over with the fine tooth. That's my comment, President.
Any other questions or comments concerning the general fund? Capital improvement fund, or budget rather? No? How about kid 1? Kid 2? Sanitary sewer? Water utility? Okay. That was easy. Any final comments about anything? concerning the budget? Any of them? Okay. I'd like to move to close the public hearing on the following proposed budgets. 2021 general fund budget. I'm just going to paraphrase there. Capital improvement fund budget, TID 1 and TID 2 budget, sanitary sewer operations budget, and the water utility budget. Can I get a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Garland. Madam Clerk, please call for the vote.
Albert? Yes. Stoner?
Yes.
Christensen?
Yes.
Garland?
Yes. Yes.
Walter? President?
Yes. Okay, now to the specific motions. I'd like to approve, I'd like to move to adopt the like to move to adopt the 2021 general fund budget as presented. Can I get a second? Second by trustee Walter. On the question. Madam Clerk, please call for the vote.
Albert? Yes. Stoner?
Yes.
Christensen?
Yes.
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 Walter?
I'm sorry. Yes.
Yes. I'd like to move to approve the 2021 general fund allowable tax levy in the amount of $1,481,224. This amount includes $1,184,199 in general operations tax levy and $297,025 in general fund debt service levy. Can I get a second? Second by trustee Spencer. On the question. And the clerk, please call for the vote.
Albert? Yes. Stoner?
Yes.
Christensen?
Yes.
Garland?
Yes.
President?
Yes.
Walter?
Yes.
Yes. I'd like to move to adopt the 2021 capital improvement fund budget and plan as presented. Can I get a second?
Second?
Second by trustee Brenner. On the question. And the clerk, please call for the vote.
Albert? Yes. Stoner?
Yes.
Christensen?
Yes.
Garland?
Yes.
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 Yes. I'd like to move to adopt the 2021 sewer operations budget as presented. Can I get a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Spencer. On the question. And clerk, please call for the vote.
Albert? Yes. Stoner?
Yes.
Christensen?
Yes.
Garland?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
I'd like to move to adopt the 2021 water operations budget as presented.
You have to say yes first.
Did I say yes? Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. I apologize. I'd like to move the 2021 water operations budget as presented. Can I get a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Spencer. On the question? Madam Clerk, please call for the vote.
Albert?
Yes.
Stoner?
Yes.
Christensen?
Yes.
Garland?
Yes.
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 President?
Yes. I could have said no.
I said yes or no.
Okay, I'd like to move to adopt the 2021 TID 1 fund budget as presented. Can I get a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Garland. On the question. Madam Clerk, please call for the vote.
Albert? Yes. Stoner?
Yes.
Christensen?
Yes.
Garland?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
President?
Yes. And finally, I'd like to move to adopt the 2021 TID 2 fund budget as presented. Can I get a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Walter. On the question. Madam Clerk, please call for the vote.
Albert? Yes. Stoner?
Yes.
Christensen?
Yes.
Garland?
Yes.
President?
Yes.
Walter?
Yes.
President?
Yes. Okay, presentations, petitions, and communications. Anything to mention on the engineer's report from last Wednesday?
No, President.
Any questions from the board on the business since last Wednesday that need to be addressed? Okay. Community library report. Nothing to report. Building and zoning, Administrator Paddock.
Just want to tell you that we'll continue to issue permits to the Whitetail Ridge subdivision. We are now at 16. Seems to be a hot trend area for development. There's a new home being built on an interlock neighborhood by Trustee Christensen near the senior citizen park. It is a quite a large home, and again, we're up in permit numbers and inquiries about development for Paddock. So, department's been very busy.
Like that.
How about stormwater?
Stormwater, we are finishing up the annual stormwater maintenance, which includes the leaf backing and the ditch lines and also curbs. But for all practical purposes, the stormwater program is done for the year and meets the minimum standards and requirements of the DNR for the MS4 program.
Okay, thank you. Lucky County or state officials, did everybody get Supervisor Palmerville's latest email? No. Okay. Well, I'll go through it briefly then. The 2021 budget was adopted, 18-4. I don't know the reason why the 4 didn't, but it's 18-4. In that 2021 budget, the purchase of body cameras for the Sheriff's Department was approved. And I'm extremely happy to announce that the difference in money to build our band shell in Old Settlers Park was approved. So hopefully we can break ground on that next year. And then there was a first phase development of a Kenosha County Veterans Memorial Park project. I'm not sure the location of that, but
Excuse me, President Burns, formerly known as the KD Pit Park. Now it's going to be called the Veterans Park Memorial.
Oh, okay. Everybody familiar with Katy Pit Park?
Twin Lakes area.
Katy. Okay. She mentioned that Highway F is nearly complete. That's out in the Twin Lakes area. The COVID testing times, I had mentioned this, I believe, last month. The county center here on Fridays, 9 to 5. Free testing is available where kits are, where they have kits. There's also a place at the Kenosha Job Center on 8600 Sheridan Road in Kenosha that's doing the same, with the same hours, but on Mondays. So that was basically the summary of her report. Administrator Panda and myself are going to meet with Supervisor Palmerville tomorrow afternoon, along with county representatives. I had reached out to Supervisor Palmerville about discussing stormwater grants through the county. This, as you may recall, this was earlier this year. About the possibility of constructing a retention pond north of Highway K to alleviate some of the flooding on the northeast portion of the village, which we're all familiar with on heavy rain events. The other thing I wanted to discuss is a recreational grant, somewhere along the lines of a Rails to Trails program that's prevalent in the state of Wisconsin. This is to convert the remaining portion of the old KD, the old ice line that went to the ice house on Paddock Lake. That trail bed is still there, just south of Highway 50 here, and it's probably about the equivalent of 3/4 of a mile. By making that into a usable passive recreation trail, we can connect a community in Salem to our downtown Paddock Lake business area. It will also assist students at Central High School that live in that area get a safe pass to school. So those are the two things we're going to try and break ground on tomorrow. We'll see what the county, what's what I'm thinking of, what allowances the county can do to assist in obtaining grants. Usually the county has more clout than the village does. So we're trying to team up with the county to get those two projects moving. Okay. Reports of standing committees, finance and administration. Okay, last Wednesday, other than approving bills over 1,000, reviewing bills over 1,000, we had a discussion on wake hours or wake hours on the lake. It was a consensus of the board that we would contain that question on our survey, which we do every 4 years. Yeah, we had a lively conversation on our golf cart ordinance, making changes to that, allowing golf carts on 236th and 248th Avenue. We'll have a motion for that. We Energy's easement request. This is over on the community library property. We are co-owners of the library. I think everybody knows, but for those at home that don't. So we'll have a motion on that tonight, and then the Wisconsin DOT crosswalk maintenance agreement for the 2 new crosswalks. Once Highway 50 is reconstructed, that'll be one right kind of adjacent to in front of Social Floral, and then another one just east of Highway F over by McDonald's. So unless there's any questions on our discussions from last week, I'd like to move to approve the bills over 1,000. Can I get a second, please?
Second.
Second by Trustee Brenner. On the question, and the clerk, please call for the vote.
Albert? Yes. Brenner?
Yes.
Christensen?
Yes.
Carlin?
Yes.
Spencer?
Yes.
Walter?
Yes.
President?
Yes. I'd like to move to authorize the village president and village clerk treasurer to sign the We Energy's easement request for portions of the village-owned community library property. Can I get a second on that? Second by Trustee Walter. On the question, and the clerk, please call for the vote.
Albert?
Yes.
Brenner?
Yes.
Christensen?
Yes.
Carlin?
Yes.
Spencer?
Yes.
Walter?
Yes.
President?
Yes. I'd like to move to authorize the village administrator to sign and execute the WISDOT pedestrian crosswalk maintenance agreement for the 2 new crosswalks on State Highway 50. Can I get a second on that?
Second.
Trustee Brenner. On the question, Madam Clerk, please call for the vote.
Albert?
Yes.
Brenner?
Yes.
Christensen?
Yes.
Carlin?
Yes.
Spencer?
Yes.
Walter?
Yes.
President?
Yes. I'd like to move to waive the first reading of ordinance 20-06, an ordinance to repeal and recreate chapter 44 of the Code of Ordinances of the Village of Paddock Lake as it relates to section 44-04, parent G, golf cart operation. Can I get a second on that, please?
Second.
Over Trustee Spencer. On the question, Madam Clerk, please call for the vote.
Albert?
Yes.
Brenner?
Yes.
Christensen?
No.
Carlin?
Yes.
Spencer?
Yes.
Walter?
No.
President?
Yes. I believe that motion will pass. I'd like to move to approve ordinance 2006, an ordinance to repeal and recreate ordinance 44 of the Code of Ordinances of the Village of Paddock Lake pertaining to golf cart operations. Can I get a second?
Second.
Second by Trustee Garland. On the question, Madam Clerk, please call for the vote.
Albert?
Yes.
Brenner?
No.
Christensen?
No.
Carlin?
Yes.
Spencer?
Yes.
Walter?
No.
President?
Yes. Okay, that concludes finance and administration, judiciary license, Trustee Christensen.
Okay, I just have the court report. Parking was 0, traffic 4, village ordinance adult 2, village ordinance juvenile 0, indigency hearing 0, pre-trials 1, trial 0, water patrol 1, golf cart 1, for a total of 9 cases. And then I have a motion to deny a new operator's license. I did pass around. Did you get a thought on that? The criminal history for this operator's license. So the recommendation that I'm making, and I did ask Jeff to take a look at it, is to deny this operator's license.
Is that your motion?
No, I'm letting her, giving her a chance to look at it. If anybody has any questions for them. Do you want me to make a motion? Then you can question. Okay. So I have a motion to deny new operator's license for Drew Stanton for Paddock Lake BP based on relevant criminal history.
And second by Trustee Spencer. Now we're on the question.
Okay.
No questions, Madam Clerk, please call for the vote.
And Albert? Yes. Brother?
Yes.
Christensen?
Yes.
Garland?
Yes.
Lester?
Yes.
Walter?
Yes.
Christensen?
Yes.
That's all I have.
Good, thank you. Police and fire.
I have a police report. We had, in the month of October, we had 57 911 calls. Phone calls were 50, officer initiated 84, the total calls 191. 10 citations and 3 criminal points. With no fire rescue.
Okay. Captain Halsey, anything you wish to mention?
The village judge asked our deputies a couple of months ago to curtail their activity because there was congestion in court and worry about COVID in court. I think our deputies are still feeling the after effects of that. In the sheriff in the spring was advised deputies to not be COVID exposing themselves as much. We're still feeling that effect as we try to get back to normal activity. However, COVID is making their surge again. So that's not normally the numbers that we'd like to present to the village, but who knows what tomorrow may bring. So I know Sergeant Sanchez is on his deputies, and we try to stay as active as we can for you.
Thank you. Okay, health, welfare, and recycling, Trustee Garland.
All right, we talked last week about the fall cleanup that is currently happening. Things running pretty smoothly, has schedule, and pending any crazy weather. We are going to be closing that out on December 4th. And then we also talked about a application we received for a donation from the sharing center that after discussion decided that we were going to respectfully decline. However, throughout the last week, Trustee Christensen reached out to Administrator Papanda saying she got some additional information she would like to speak about regarding the donation at next month's Committee of the Whole meeting. I would rather not drag this out past 2020, but I do not have a problem hearing what she has to say, the information that she has at next month's Committee of the Whole. That's all that
It's not a, we're not under a time restriction on it, so.
that's all that.
So we'll all wait.
I'll be more than happy to.
No,
but it's not on the
yeah,
agenda.
it's not on the agenda. You get it right on
And that's it for me.
that. Okay, thank you. Building and grounds?
Building grounds, I don't have anything.
Good, thank you. Public Works?
All right, I got 3 quick motions, small. One was unexpected, it's emergency repair. one of our elderly valves at the wastewater treatment plant, decided that it didn't want to work anymore and retired itself. So we'll start off with the motions. First one is to authorize village staff to pay pavement repair invoice from Tip Top Paving in the amount not to exceed $1,200, subject to receiving proper written invoice from Tip Top Paving. Second.
Second.
Second by trustee Garland. Any question? No questions, call for the vote.
Oliver? Yes. Renner?
Yes.
Christensen?
Yes.
Yes.
Spencer?
Yes.
Walter?
Yes.
President.
Yes.
You got next motion is to approve Baxter Woodman's work order 202005 period 00, provide engineering services for the 2021 street improvement project. Can I get a second?
Second by trustee Alberg. On the question? Madam Clerk, please call for the vote.
Oliver? Yes. Renner?
Yes.
Christensen?
Yes.
Tyler?
Yes.
Spencer?
Yes.
Walter?
Yes.
And President Bernie.
Yes.
And my last one is our emergency repair to authorize the village administrator to hire Wanasek Court at a cost not to exceed $24,270 to perform emergency repairs to the wastewater treatment effluent valve. Can I get a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Garland. On the question? Madam Clerk, please call for the vote.
Oliver? Yes. Renner?
Yes.
Christensen?
Yes.
Garland?
Yes.
Spencer?
Yes.
Walter?
Yes.
President Bernie.
Yes. Tree Commission? Trustee Alberg?
The stop signing is almost complete. Restoration will begin tomorrow, the 19th, and should be complete by next week.
All right, reports of village officials. First of all, I want to wish everybody a safe Thanksgiving with their families or apart, however you choose to celebrate the holiday. The other thing is there's free radon test kits at the county center, the public works office, with the donation of a non-perishable. So that's not 45 and 50. It's all,
When is that?
it's ongoing.
Oh,
It's ongoing. It's through the end of the year. The clerk treasurer,
I have nothing.
administrator.
I also would like to wish everyone a joyous weekend next week. Plenty of turkey, as you know, I will. And the other thing is that all this warm weather is one day closer to spring without us having to put salt on the roads and plow snow. So keep our fingers crossed for nice warm weather. That's all I have.
The old business. Any new business for discussion next month with committee of the whole? Any citizen comments? There?
No.
I apologize for stumbling through and hesitating. I have an extremely dry throat tonight, so I'm fighting a sore throat. Right?
Uh-oh.
No, I'm fine otherwise. Okay, I'd like to move to adjourn. Can I get a second? Second by trustee Garland. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you.